one thing that the ATF is authorized to do is disband.
You know, the right to bear arms is because that's the last form of defense against tyranny, not to hunt. It's to protect yourself from the police.
Not only no gun control, but, you know, we're going to destroy the whole concept because the internet's going to serve guns.
And we want our rights, and by God, we're going to keep them, come hell or high water.
The eMilitia Podcast, Episode 74. You'll own nothing, and you'll be happy. Enjoy, fuckers.
I mean, do we even do an intro anymore? Or have we, at 74 episodes deep, do we just say fuck the intro and we just do a cold open? What do we think?
I don't think.
If Guns can do an intro, do it.
Yeah, Guns hasn't done an intro in a minute.
Yeah, you're right. I'm out of practice.
Yeah, get on it, man.
All right. Welcome to the eMilitia Podcast. We're joined by our good friend Rezzy. And I got a few questions that we're going to get into. Not many of them were good, so we'll see where that leads us. But we're just going to catch up, maybe talk about the current state of things, and it should be a good time. So let's get into it.
I guess just fuck me then.
Oh, I mean, they know you're going to be here.
Fair. All right, whatever.
Rezzy has distanced himself from the eMilitia, so he's technically a guest.
Thanks for having me on.
Do we address that, or do we just move on?
Just move on.
You don't want to talk about it?
Do you want to?
I kind of do.
Okay.
It's been a minute. I think, like, and I've got a few questions about it, and because we kind of left it in, like, this neutral place, I don't know what to tell people either. So
I just tell people for creative differences.
No, that's fair. All right. So,
but to be honest, not that many people ask or even bring it. Like, it's only come up a couple times.
I've had a fair few, like, in my Q&As and messages and stuff. They're like, "Hey, why is Rezzy not in the tag list anymore?" Or like people are like, "Hey, you forgot Rezzy," or "Hey, are you guys good with Rezzy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." But like, so for people wondering, we had a difference a few months back. I don't know, like 3 or 4 months or something. And Rezzy decided to leave the eMilitia. But I mean, there was some contention at first. I think there was a lot of, like, we were a little bit hurt. A lot hurt. We love you, you know, and we were upset that things had gotten to that point. But I don't know, where it all landed in the end wasn't like butthurt. It was just like you just moved on from the group. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like we kicked you out or you. Well, how would you?
No, if anything,
you.
I left.
Yeah,
I left.
What would you say is the primary reason?
Well, in general, it kind of started. We were kind of drifting apart as a group a little bit, anyways. Everyone was going their own way, which, looking back, I guess that's a natural thing. You know, we came in together pretty early in the whole Instagram and podcasting thing, the Liberty movement on Instagram, and as time progressed, we were talking less and everything.
I mean, I wouldn't say we were like not talking at all. It was kind of like...
No, there was never anything like that. It was just
it's
less
kind of
frequently.
Like, kind of like your childhood friends. Like, you catch up with them and shit. You all know where you are with each other, but you just
you're not being friends. Like, no one's mad at each other or anything.
Yeah,
you just
it's
don't
just
talk
less
as
frequent.
frequently.
Everyone's getting on with life and shit. That's kind of the reason the podcast slowed down, because it was... I started referring to it as herding cats, because we were all doing different shit. I was busy as fuck. You guys were all busy as fuck. Just trying to keep things together in this, like, non-stop onslaught of nonsense and interference from everything. So everyone was kind of trying to make things work. And that made, you know, like, this became less of a priority just to keep lives on track. I mean, Christ, I was out of a job at one point, and job hunting and
sucking dick in the Walmart parking lot.
I mean, if it paid good enough, sure, but you know, there's more lucrative ways to make rent. But
yeah, you could give them some ass too.
Dude, feet pics, like, you don't have to give ass anymore. Feet pics are the future.
I'll have to get into that.
Like, wait, you guys are selling feet pics? I just went straight to us. I don't know, like, but yeah, so I think what the real contention was, as I remember it, was me and Mel started just kind of doing episodes as we could, and it became more of like, and accidentally so, it kind of became like the Mel and BR and then sometimes other people show. And the intention from the start was always like, you know, it's all of our show, we can all just come on and do whatever, but I don't know. So things broke down a little bit there, but there was ultimately, like, when Mel did the anime episode, I think was a point of contention for you, right?
No.
No? What do you mean? You said you referenced the anime episode.
To me, that was never a point of contention.
All right.
To me, the problem was when I woke up in the morning, I'm going through my Instagram and I hit your stories and you're like, hey, do you guys have any questions for the podcast tonight? I'm like, we have a podcast tonight? And this is like 7 a.m. And I'm like, did BR get up at like 3 a.m. and start asking questions? And I'm like, oh no, that was from like 20 hours ago. And then I found out you guys had a podcast, and like you were already doing your own thing, and you had the BR show, but you asked about questions for eMilitia podcast. So then I'm like, did I miss something? I try not to miss the podcast. I really enjoy those. And then I realized that you guys had a podcast and never even asked anyone else in the eMilitia if they wanted to join.
Yep, that's fair.
And to be honest, I got butthurt. And then I kept it cool for a while, and then something came up in the group chat, and it set me off. And then me and Mel went right at each other, and I escalated it quickly, and I quit and deleted everything.
Yep.
Because when I'm going to burn a bridge, I burn that bitch down.
God damn, dude. What the fuck? You fucker. No, we were like, and I realized, you know, what fucked things up was poor communication. And this is something everyone should know. Poor communication fucks everything up, whether it's a marriage or a friendship or a group project like ours. And I was spinning a lot of plates and I dropped like 15 of them. And one of them was communication with the group and kind of just throwing myself around from project to project and just about managing to get things done and like put something out there to keep things moving. But it wasn't like group focused at that point. It was just kind of like just about managing to make things happen. So yeah.
And I understand you had a lot of things going on and you were trying to work on the media part of it. And I just come to the thing, I'm like, you know what? I don't really contribute anything to this except my opinion. You and Mel do all the extra work that's involved, which is a lot, to run these podcasts. And I was just like, you know what? Just let them do their thing. You know, everyone wants to monetize something or whatever. I don't think any of us ever felt like that, like this thing was ever worth any kind of money.
No, it was always just about education and and community and shit. And enjoying you guys.
And you guys were trying to use the brand name because of its popularity to do some other things. And I just felt like I didn't need to be in the way of it.
See, like, and the thing that happened with that was, while you felt you were getting out of the way, maybe, like, once you left, me and Mel really focused on our solo projects more, because we were like, well, fuck, the group kind of, like, just lost an organ, you know? So I don't know. It did suck, and it was a morale hit, I think, when that happened. And like, you know, it not just like pointing fingers or anything. Like, you know, it was poor communication on our part, and kind of.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I heard you like that.
Well, of course, we fucking love you, you asshole.
Like I said, I never felt any ill will.
Yeah, and we talked like pretty soon afterwards, and we were like on good terms, but it was just kind of like, oh, well, I guess that chapter of the eMilitia is kind of done with. And it was sad, because we didn't want to, like, wrench the wheel away or anything. It was just getting out of the car and pushing it from behind more, you know? And, so, yeah, like, when you quit and stuff, it wasn't just like, oh, well, cool, this is more streamlined now. It was like, oh, we just lost, like, you know, a limb. So, I don't know. And like I said, there's plenty of blame to go around and stuff, but I don't know. I'm just glad that we're still chatting, and I'm glad that you're here with us today, and we can chat about it, you know?
Nice. Plan our next vacation.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. That was the other thing. We, just prior to that, we were all planning on having our second get-together in New Orleans, and then fucking New Orleans got wiped off the map, and that sucked as well, because we were all, like, really looking forward to getting together. We were going to have, like, a few extra friends of the eMilitia come, and it was going to be, like, a much-needed vacation for all of us, because we'd all been busting our ass in our lives and hadn't had a chance to, like, get together and socialize or even chat that much and keep up in the chat. So we're like, oh, fuck yeah, this will be a little get-together. And I talked about this last episode, but without you, of course, and I don't know, that was a big morale hit as well, because it was like, well, fuck, it's going to be like another 6 months, year or something until we can do something like this again.
Yeah.
And
we should get on that, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we should brainstorm ideas live.
Well, then everyone's going to know where we're going to be.
We don't have to tell them which one we pick. We just have to brainstorm.
Like, we may be in one of these 6 locations. All right, I'm down for that a little bit later. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing sucks, and a lot of things have taken a hit. I think fucking 90% of the population's mental health has taken a hit down a step or two during this whole thing. And
because of the looming recession.
With the looming recession, yes. We're about to enter a fucking depression, mate.
Yeah, I already thought we were in one. I don't know what the news is talking about.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna get real fucking bad.
They were like, the economy shrank by 1.7% or whatever, and I'm like, is that the only metric that you're using to see if we're in a recession or not?
Guys, the GDP is down.
Here's the thing, though, because with their trick of inflation, I was listening to some guy explain this. They use the inflation, and we've been slowly getting worse the whole time for quite a few years now, but then they've been able to say that our economy has still been staying even, and here's been dropping this whole fucking time.
We were growing faster than inflation was rising, but now we're not.
And now, now it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like someone threw a cinder block on the brakes. It was kind of fucking nuts. Like, in about a year or so, the price of everything fucking tripled. Like, inflation has been going up, but this was like fucking fuel on the fire.
And here's the thing with the inflation is it takes time for the money, even though they print it right away. We don't notice it until it starts getting into the economy. And then with this thing with like Russia and everything, well, Russia had a lot of American money that they used to trade oil. And so as these countries are going to stop using American money to trade oil, that money is going to start filtering back into the U.S. and being in our direct supply that we're handling, and inflation is just going to get fucking real bad.
It'll be a good time.
There's so many, like, little factors at play that are going on, like, all fucking over. It's wild that everything everywhere is kind of burning down or singed or limping. Like, one of the things that and the other thing is, like, I have no fucking clue what to believe anymore. Like, it was already like, oh yeah, be skeptical, you know, question the narrative, blah blah blah, but now it's just like, is anything true? Like, I'm
there's
sure
so many fronts.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
From so many different ways, with the COVID, with the war. Now I'm hearing like bird flu, and then like Bill Gates owns the farmland, and 16 to 22 food manufacturing plants in the United States have burned down since the first of the year.
So that was what I was going to touch on, because like I heard some trucker or someone like that on Twitter saying, like, this is about the average amount of plants that will have, like, major accidents throughout the year, apparently. But, I mean, it still seems like shitty fucking timing, or convenient timing, depending on if you live in an ivory tower or not.
Especially after they just told us to expect food shortages.
Yeah, like, alright, hit the button. Poof. Yeah, that shit.
Pretty fishy.
It's like so overt as well these days. It's like the CIA's budget was slashed, and now they're just like, fuck it, just, you know, make it happen. I don't care if it looks authentic or not. Like, I mean, Christ, to really go down the rabbit hole, we just had that weird shooting in DC that was like a thing for 24 hours, and now it's unimportant, I guess. And then we had that shooting in New York that was really important until it wasn't.
You can't even keep up with them all.
No, I'm sure there's like 6 other things that people could tell me about that fuck knows. There's like the psyop is how many psyops there are.
Yes.
I feel like I'm significantly crazier than I was a year ago, because there's so much shit to just point a stick at and be like, well, what the fuck does this mean? Why did this happen?
Well, the white pill on that is the government usually isn't good at doing one thing good. So if they're balancing this many plates, they're going to be dropping some along the way.
Well, there's that, but then I'm like, is it all government? Are we all just losing our minds and shooting up the place? Is it like authentic chaos? Like, what the fuck? Like surely some of this is just people going fucking nuts as a result of 2 years of like morale fatigue. But
oh, dude, that definitely can't help. And anytime the economy gets worse, crime goes up.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't want this to be a super depressing show. But what the fuck? I think we just need to like level here with everyone and be like, this is fucking mental, and it's okay to be like, to feel a little bit loony right now. I think that's the healthy reaction.
It's gonna get a whole lot worse.
It's only going to get worse.
I've just come to the conclusion, nothing I'm going to do is going to stop it, and I'm just trying to live the best life I can.
Absolutely.
While I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just that, try to enjoy every single day, hug my family, appreciate the fucking outdoors, and just
lean into that post-apocalyptic Mad Max warlord lifestyle as much as you can. Like, work towards your ideal.
Start distilling liquor so you can barter for goat meat and
chicken eggs,
deer jerky.
Heck yeah.
Make sure you have football pads, bondage gear, level 4 plates.
Need a gimp suit.
Yeah, that feels like awfully impractical. Like, you need free range of movement when you're out, smashing heads in with your battle axe.
It's not for you.
Not for you.
Yeah, it's not for you.
Like a G.I. Joe on a chain kind of situation.
It's for who you capture.
I like that.
You're a home intruder.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but if someone like I was just talking about this to my mum. I just had a call with her. If someone took my cats, like they fucking, or my pets or anything, like they have been in China, that man is gonna be my fucking live-in home intruder forever. Have you seen those videos?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've seen like little clips of them here and there.
Why are they taking the pets?
So, you know about China's like
Shanghai,
crazy,
right?
Yeah, they're crazy lockdowns right now, right? They're going like full, like locking people in their apartments and saying
heard about that and bringing them food and shit.
Yeah. So they've actually been taking supposedly only COVID positive people's pets and just fucking beating them to death in bags in alleyways.
What the fuck?
Don't look up the videos. They exist. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, so I was saying, if someone did that to my fucking, my animals.
Yo, my cat, I got 2, but I've had one for like 12 years or some shit. That's my boy. If somebody tried to hurt my cat, I'd die for that cat.
Oh, no, seriously. At this point, if you know what? Mental health is fragile. If there's already like a rash of authoritarians killing family pets. Don't fuck with people's animals these days. They will spend their dying breath trying to put you in the ground too.
They'll make another fertilizer.
Well, there's a beep. I had to bleep Mel the other episode, which is a real sign that society is in decline if Mel is getting spicy.
Yeah, Control So over there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she already has a printed arsenal. Or finally has a printed arsenal, rather. But yeah, there's a lot of shit to focus on, and I mean,
we didn't even talk about the crazy gun control that's going on.
Oh Christ! Who fucking cares? They can try.
Well, the ATF got another $1 billion or something ridiculous.
Isn't that just like the IRS? And they were like, we don't know what to do with this. We have no idea how to.
Oh no, the ATF knows what to do with it.
Yeah, no, I guess that's fair.
They're keeping you distracted with, maybe we'll pick this director, or maybe we'll pick that director. Meanwhile, they're building up their fucking army. They want to change the definition of firearms, and basically the ATF's like, hey, we're going to make these laws, and people are like, no, you can't make laws. That's for Congress, and they're like, yeah. Whatever, we're going to enforce them. Yeah. Guess what? We're going to enforce them too. Or these are the laws we're making, and we're going to come by and enforce them.
I love the good Lord and God bless the constitutionalist crowd in 2022. Hey, that's unconstitutional. No shit. We don't give a fuck. Get back in your house. Oh man, I can't even imagine. And still, it's funny. When I do a Q&A, and I'm sure the same for you two, if you ever do them, you still get the odd constitutionalist in your thing. Like, what do you think? What do you think of the constitutional breaches or something? And you're like, dude, please.
Yeah, what are you? Were you born yesterday, bro?
God help you.
This is old news. This news is 200 years old.
Yeah. I mean, the only saving grace is now Republicans semi-often talk about, and even Democrats too, some of them, talk about balkanization. And I'm like...
That'd be neat.
That'd be real neat. Honestly, I know it's always the pipe dream, and that they want to keep this thing together as long as they can, but I mean, some of the states are starting to get spicy, and with the economy and stuff, if they have, a lot of good industry, all it's going to take is one or two states to be like, I'm not interested in going down to the ship, guys. I didn't think I'd see that in my lifetime, but increasingly so. I'm like, fuck. All it takes is one kind of push from a state to be like, nah, we don't really care about being the U.S. anymore.
Well, South Carolina's done it before. We'll do it again.
Kind of based.
Dude, if I was going to pick one, I'd pick Florida.
Yeah, I mean, Christ, all of the DeSantis cultists just remind me of the MAGA cult, but
a lot, yeah.
But you know what? I'm down for anyone. I don't give a fuck what their politics are. Just do something interesting.
Well, I'm picking him because he's like a loudmouth and likes to make statements. I'm not saying maybe that would even be the best thing for his state, but I don't think that would stop that dude.
I mean, Florida should do whatever the fuck it wants before it's underwater.
You know what? As far as politicians go, his policies at least align with ours more than most of the politicians.
Oh Christ, DeSantis Anarchists.
No. But you know what I'm saying. They're at least conservative.
Yeah, they're at least
they're on the budding edge. They're starting to realize public schools aren't that great. Taxes suck. Hey, you know what? The government might have a little too much power.
It's interesting because, I mean, sometimes they say that, and then sometimes DeSantis will just, make sweeping decisions that kind of, didn't he ban face masks in schools or something?
Yeah, he banned some stuff. Or no, not in school. He banned
maybe it's in government.
Private companies from being able to to enforce face masks.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was outright
it might have
ban people.
it might have been more too. It might have been he banned them from schools or something like that.
I can't quite remember. And so right now, some Floridians like fuck you guys. Like that's not what it is. But
he's wildin'.
he's absolutely wildin'. Florida man, wildin'.
They're in a pretty good position to be able to do that. They got a lot of coastline.
Yep.
You know, like they're not landlocked.
Right.
They don't have a lot of states bordering them.
They're shaped like a penis.
That is that something going for 'em?
Definitely.
Okay.
Masculine.
Okay. Yeah.
They got a lot of testosterone. They're fucking ready to fight.
They're having their 3/4 life crisis because, like you said, they're going to be underwater in 50 years. So,
well, plus like,
dude, if you've ever been to Florida, it's underwater already.
only 20% of the population is going to be alive to see that. So, not a priority. It'll just become like a floating, like a metropolis of floating cities and shit.
They'll just have to invest hella in seawalls.
Florida's a goddamn peninsula, and they built one of the largest man-made lakes ever in the middle of their state. They like water.
It's just gonna be like a micronation of boats, like Waterworld in like 50 years.
How much of Florida is covered by the Everglades? Because that's just water.
Exactly. They're going to be a horrible fucking hillbilly.
Ohio swinging for Florida right now. Very bold.
I like the weather down there, but it's so flat.
Yeah, no.
This flat.
I come from like one of the flattest parts of England, so I resent Florida for being flat and moist and sticky. So sorry, I don't have your back on this one, Swampland.
Yeah, they're going to be a hillbilly Atlantis.
Also, there are
got
dinosaurs.
their jet skis. Like they'll just get rid of cars and have jet skis. They'll be the most libertarian fucking place there is. No more roads.
No, that's true. That would be fucking incredible. Can't have road tax when there's no roads, motherfucker. Damn, that's gonna convince me to move to Florida. Floating AnCapistan. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll give it a go.
Nah,
and it's warm water. It's not like you're fucking up north in Alaska or something like that. Like the water in the southern Atlantic's nice most of the year.
Yep. I remember being a kid and getting in the water in South Carolina and on Christmas break.
Yeah, you go down by Miami, you can be swimming on Christmas all the time.
People try and do that in England, but then they just sit on like stony beaches in the cold looking depressed. It's the weirdest fucking tradition, but a lot of people do it.
For Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, like, what do you want to do for Christmas? I don't know, go to the beach. And then they just sit there and it's windy and grey and the beaches are made of stone. It's like, what the fuck? Europe is just an awful place, guys. But
I've been.
God no. Wait. To England? Or where in Europe?
Europe. I've been to Spain.
We've probably talked about this, huh?
Yeah, we've talked about this for sure.
TBIs, guys.
It was neat. So arid. It's way more like
Spain is like quite desert-like. It's surprising.
Yeah, it's way more deserty than I thought it would be.
That's why they're
yeah. When I hear Spain, I don't think desert.
They are lazy motherfuckers too, and I understand it. Like nowhere else in Europe is it that kind of arid, but like their whole culture is based around just chilling, which I kind of respect. But fuck all gets done.
Yeah, cab drivers were mean.
What's wrong with that though?
Mean cab drivers?
No, nothing getting done. They're all happy, right?
Well, it's taken them like fucking 400 years to build that big church.
You can't do anything.
Yeah, no.
You go there on vacation and everything's closed all the time because they're taking siestas.
That's exactly it.
You work fast, technology improves quickly, and then the robots take over the earth.
Yeah, the Spanish are going to be 20 years ahead of us on that. Like, the second the Japanese figure out full automation, Spain's going to be, like, second in line.
And they don't cook their burgers.
At all?
Like, barely. They sear the outside of them. Like, apparently the regulations for meat over there are different, so you can eat raw meat. It's raw. It's raw.
Also kind of based.
I mean, it's got a sear, though, right?
It's got a sear on it, but it's still
right?
mushy. Still mushy raw.
Rezzy's like, yeah, blue.
I ate a whole. It was so dark in the restaurant that I just ate the whole thing because I didn't notice. And then the next day, or not the next day, but like a few days later, I went to. It was a chain, so I went to the same restaurant at a different location during the day and got a burger, and it was like just seared on the outside, still mushy raw on the inside. And I was like, this is a little.
Here's my question. All right, do they use a traditional hamburger bun like me and you would know it, or is it some weird?
Or is it a Royale with cheese?
Really? What kind of condiments and stuff do they have? Fixes.
It's pretty Americanized, really.
Oh yeah, Europe is just like America Junior, and it's only going to become more like that.
It was, I mean, your standard like lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, mustard. Yeah. Okay. I probably got a fancier one. It probably had like onion straws on it or something. Sounds my speed. Yeah, man, but it was weird. The lights in the hotels are always off. Like even in the hallways and shit, you walk through and they turn on, then they turn off in like 30 seconds, and you're just in this. You're like trying to get your key card to open the fucking door, and it's dark, and there's like people just standing in the corner, and you're like, this is uncomfortable as fuck.
Were you saying like this?
No.
This was a hotel.
Yeah, it was a hotel.
What the fuck? Was this in Barcelona?
And it's always hot in your hotel room because you have to put your key card in this little slot for the AC to turn on. So when you're not in your hotel room, the AC's off. So you come back hot because you've been in this fucking European desert all day and you're hot as shit. And then you get in your hotel room and it's hot as shit. And you turn the AC on and it takes forever to cool down. And then the lights keep turning off on you.
In your room?
Yes.
It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse with energy with this fucking new war coming.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys see Europe is basically getting cut off from gas from Russia, which is like a significant amount of its energy.
Which is my understanding is it's about 10 to 12% of their gas, but that probably equates to about 20% of their electricity.
Yeah, so Europe's about to have some like intermittent blackouts.
It's about to be just dark all the time in Spain. They're not going to turn the lights on at all.
Candles.
You have to use your phone flashlight.
Well, especially in the poorer countries, like Greece has been suffering for a while. I mean, Greece is going to be the first one to like really go to shit, I think, unfortunately. Like when stuff gets more serious, and it has been serious for a second, places like that are going to just be... it's going to be like fucking North Korea.
Shame.
Yeah. No, I really want to see like a lot of Greece and like all the old world and shit, but oh my god,
I'd like to see Greece. I'd also like to see the castles in Wales.
God, fucking Wales?
There's like Wales has like the highest concentration of castles in all of Europe or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just fucked cheap and spoke nonsense. Huh.
But they have castles.
Yeah, apparently. That's strange.
I'm into castles.
No, castles are cool. I come from like one of my biggest claim to fame from my ancestral family tree, and I have no idea how true this is, but it's a family story that we come from a attempted king killer who he tried to fucking stab a king, like assassinate him Macbeth style, and he got caught, and then he got skinned, and his skin was used to bound a book. And in it was like a list of like traitors to the king.
Nice.
So that's like the most famous person in my bloodline.
Based.
Yeah. So I like castles too, like sneaking around them in the dark, looking for people with crowns.
Well, they're always going to be dark now because there's no gas.
Rip.
I got to see a really old prison the other day. The one they shot Shawshank in.
Really?
Oh, really? Is that in Ohio?
Yes.
Huh.
It's a good movie. I just recently rewatched it.
I think everyone does. It's a good movie.
Was it
It was creepy, man. I didn't like being there.
Bad energy, man.
Yeah, dude. And I like just got done reading a book on like prison abolition, and it was like the end of a vacation, and I was done walking around. I was tired of it. My youngest kid was creeped the fuck out. She's like, I just want to go. I'm like, me too. It was like cold as fuck. There's like all this lead paint fucking hanging off of everywhere, and asbestos, and everything was rusted. And I'm like, I just don't want to be here. And then when you're in the prison area, it was like cold as fuck. Like there's no windows, and the wind was whipping through, and it's all concrete and brick. And I'm like, yeah, this is not where I need to be right now.
Fucking yikes.
The outside of the building looks really cool. It looks like a castle with all the stonework and shit.
I mean, castles always had dungeons. we just prisons are just like modern dungeons. I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, yes, they are. Just bigger
and more industrialized.
I went to Dry Tortuga, which is a small island. Like, I don't know. I want to say like 50 miles west of Key West. And it's like an old like Civil War fort, but it was also used as a prison. And it's like really, really tiny. Like it's basically just the fort. And there were no mosquitoes because there's no fresh water on the island.
Yikes.
I don't know what made me want to tell this story. But it was really
Civil
cool.
War history with guns.
Yeah. It was neat. I guess we were talking about old prisons.
Yeah.
But
and I really appreciate the fact about the mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Although we did find one, it must have come over on the boat. Oh, and Cubans just like regularly wash up on the shore.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there was like a big ass boat sitting on the beach, and the park rangers there were like, yeah, that was a batch of Cubans that just made it here recently. We just got them off the island, and we camped there for a few days. It was nice.
Oh, you could camp on that island?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very cool. Was it like tropical?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had like nearly a hurricane while we were there camping. It was pretty neat. It was harrowing because it was at night, and like you could see all the clouds like whipping around and shit. So dark.
I want to go LARP as like Castaway. That sounds like a good time. I just bring like all ripped shirts, even though I'm only there for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's how long we were there. Did some snorkeling, scared the shit out of me. I probably won't do that again.
Oh, like wait! Was it your first time snorkeling ever?
Yeah, I believe so.
I've never done it, and I really want to give it a go. Like, have you ever seen those underwater art exhibits where it has like all of the statues and shit?
Yes.
Those
I mean, not personally, but I know what you're talking about.
Those look creepy as fuck, and I'd love to see some. There's like some in Mexico, and they're all over the place now. But I always picture like swimming down amongst those, and then one of those motherfuckers just grabs you and holds you underwater. That's like my irrational fear. But
yeah, I'm good with chilling on the boat. You guys can go swim around underwater if you want.
You still got a hole in your foot?
No, it finally healed up.
Fuck yeah. Oh, Christ. Harrowing. I was going through those pictures from Havasu the other day, and I've got, I was taking pictures of you jumping off the cliff seconds before disaster.
Yeah.
I think I even have a few of you and Gramps swimming towards the boat, and you... Oh, fucking hell.
That's
awesome.
Did we take care of that wound like we should have?
I mean, it healed up.
As good as we could. Like, it was a slice. It took a chunk of skin off on like a heavily calloused area. Yeah, it went kind of deep, but like the skin was gone. Like, when you go to the emergency room, like they can sew together a cut, but I sliced the skin off. All you can do is clean it and wrap it.
Did we clean it?
Yeah, we cleaned it.
Okay.
And I kept cleaning it, and it took a while. And then it healed up, and then like a big thick callus formed, and it was making my foot hurt. And I went to the podiatrist, and he's like, "Yeah, it's just dead skin. Cut it out," and I've been good ever since.
There you go.
Nice.
And
He's a new man.
It was funny because I told him about my situation. I'm like, a year ago, this happened. And he's like, I can't say if it's from that or not. He's like, did you ever go to the doctor? I'm like, no. He's like, was it a bad cut? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty bad. He's like, you didn't go to the doctor? I'm like, no, I just cleaned it up. And he's like, and I'm like, and he's like, I can't say it's from that. And he cut it out with a scalpel, and I'm like, we're good? And he's like, we're good.
Like, that's why I stay on the boat.
Yeah, like, what did you do when you got injured? Six intoxicated people kind of tended to it. Oh.
It was worth it.
Yeah, I was so butthurt that we didn't get to do that again. So where does the eMilitia convene next?
I mean,
do we need water? Do we need mountains? Do we need city?
I think we would all hate the city.
Good. Okay, I agree. But do we need total wilderness? Do we need some civilization? Do we need like a small town?
We should do the Ozarks.
I agree.
I kind of want to see the Ozarks. I am curious.
I'm very curious about the Ozarks, even before the show came out.
Oh yeah, you were.
I think that was one of my choices for locations for our last one. And everyone was like, I don't know.
I think NOLA was so popular, like, because like Gramps is familiar, and so is my lady, and so is a few other people. So, and Buckles really wanted to go, but she ended up going of her own accord to like post-apocalyptic NOLA.
Okay, like I did want to go to NOLA because I've never been there.
Yeah,
and I was really looking forward to doing a voodoo tour.
Oh yeah,
and seeing all the creepy shit.
Whatever we do, I want to do something, like, I want to see some local history and culture as well. Like, I want to get fucked up with you guys, that goes without saying.
We go to Savannah.
What's in Savannah?
Savannah's nice.
It's like one of the few southern cities that was destroyed during the Civil War. And
destroyed? Like razed to the ground or something?
No, that wasn't destroyed.
Oh, okay.
So it's like got really old architecture. You can drink while walking through the city. They don't have any open container laws. It's pretty close to the water, right? To the Atlantic.
Yeah, it's on the coast.
Yeah, it's on the coast. So if you're looking for something like that,
Savannah's beautiful too.
That's what I hear.
So all right, that's two strong options on the water. It'd also be fun to like go and do some woodland shit. Go and rent a cabin in the woods. Or are you guys worried about getting axe murdered?
I'm not worried about getting axe murdered.
Heck no. I'm all about renting a cabin in the woods.
Yeah, no, to be fair.
What woods, though? Like, in the Ozarks, we could probably get a pretty secluded cabin. We could go to northern Michigan. It's beautiful up there.
Is it? Northern Michigan just makes me think of, like, Canada. Well, I guess Canada's pretty.
Dude, we went as a family vacation on, what would that be? That'd be the east coast of Lake Michigan, up probably about an hour from the Upper Peninsula, and it was amazing. We had such a great time. We went down to the sand dunes, rented a Jeep, beat the crap out of the Jeep in the sand dunes for a while. It's like the softest sand you'll ever feel. Like getting up there, and then if you want, you can even go into the Upper Peninsula, and that's wilderness. Let's see, where else we got?
I've flirted with the idea of the Pacific Northwest, because we want to do a trip up there eventually, even though it's getting kind of wank, but it's still pretty. Just people fucking up society up there as usual.
It's pretty.
Well, if you go inland,
I mean, we could
do Washington.
If you want
to like the mountains, it's not as much the city trash. It's a lot of country people, and it is wilderness, and it's fucking vast amounts of woods and shit. Or we could do something crazy like Idaho, that would be on the other side. Well, that would just be on the other side of the mountains, the same mountain range right there in Washington.
Do a Ruby Ridge trip. Like, get an Airbnb within, 10 miles of the Ruby Ridge house. Oh my god, I wonder if that's possible.
Set up a roadblock.
Well, get some pictures in windbreakers. And an MAE1. Oh, fuck.
I was thinking, the citizens that were standing out there holding the sign.
Oh, no, that would be a lot more on brand.
Right to the Fed thing, though.
We could go to Asheville.
Where's Asheville?
North Carolina and the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Ooh, Appalachia.
I know some guys from Asheville, and they moved to Wyoming, and they said Asheville sucks.
Well, that's because they left. They had to justify it.
Well, the grass is always greener, right? Like, I moved to the Southwest because it's a lot of what I like, and then everyone from here is like, fuck the desert, I hate it here. And I don't know. Well, you like where you're from.
Asheville and its neighboring foothills towns exude quirky charm and character. The region's landscapes have starred in TV and film, and the area is a favorite among culinary travelers and outdoor enthusiasts alike for its adventure, waterfalls, and craft beer.
Okay, I'm down. Put that on the list. And that's easy for me. I can drive there.
Yeah, that'd be great for me. I could drive, and then I could shuttle people.
You East Coast boys are like, yeah, these sound fantastic.
Well, I could pick you up from the airport and drive you.
I mean, also, there is the option of everyone doing Chillderburg 2024 and coming down to Texas.
They only do it every 2 years?
No. Like, oh wait, fuck, Jesus Christ, 2023, not 2024. Lord, I'm losing track of the years.
That's a possibility. Like, my summer is like booked up. I got like fucking 3 weddings I gotta go to.
So it's Memorial Day weekend.
Well, unless you guys want to take a trip to, I'm gonna probably go visit Gramps.
Oh yeah, I would love to visit Gramps if he would have us, all of us at once.
I'm sure he would love to have you guys.
That would be. We should do a trip at some point for sure. Oh wait. Has he said he's in? Maybe we need to bleep that. We'll figure it out in post. But
fix it in post.
Always fix it in post. Well, that's a healthy collection of options. God, I've got so much travel ahead of me.
So Chillderburg, you said it's camping. Is it like, do you park in a certain area and then camp in a certain area, or are people just like camping out of their cars?
Yeah, basically camping out your car. You can pull right up to wherever you're camping.
So
it's
hypothetically, I could bring camper truck.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
That's the one thing. Like, I'm like, I don't mind going to Texas. Like, yeah, flying is easy, but flying with camping gear.
Well, we can bring you camping gear because we're driving.
Yeah, but my camping gear is in Ohio.
What do
you know
mean?
what I'm saying? Like, flying with camping gear is a lot of luggage.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can bring extra gear.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, we're bringing. I mean, I would never bring it for like. Well, for me and my lady, we bring like a propane stovetop and shit and enjoy ourselves, But
dude, I can cook on a wood fire pretty good. All I need is a cast iron skillet.
Well, there is a lot of good cooks at Chillderburg. It's cool. Like, a few people do big meals for the group, and you just like give them a bit of cash for food and stuff like that. But so
that's perfect for me on vacation.
Yeah, I can't remember cooking for myself once at Chillderburg. There was always someone doing like a meal, or there was an opportunity.
You just throw them $10 and call it a day.
Yeah. And then like one of the days you go out to a brewery that's like a few miles away from the campsite, and they have food and stuff as well. I think. Did they have food? Maybe there was a food thing there. I can't remember. It's all a blur. But I didn't go hungry, and I brought food with me, but I didn't fucking make any of it. So that was cool. But
I just wonder if my truck could make it that far.
I mean,
it's getting up there. She's getting up there.
What year is it?
Like 2003.
Few 100,000 or something on it.
230.
Woo! I mean,
what's it got? A 4.6, a 5.4?
5.4.
Oh man, if it was any vehicle but a Ford, I'd say yeah, I could probably do it.
Found on roadside dead. I don't know. I mean, I think that would be a fitting end for camper truck if it had to happen.
Then how would I get home?
We would figure it out, buddy. I don't know. Regardless, if you guys wanted to come, even if you guys wanted to fly in, we could bring you extra camping gear. That is not an offer to the audience. Sorry, figure it out yourselves. With love. But yeah, we could make it work.
I'd probably just bring a tent and drive my car, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, like I said, it's super casual. Like, last year, the first night, there was a bit of rain, and before we arrived, like the Friday night, the early birds got rained off pretty bad. When we arrived, everyone's tents were hanging upside down from trees. It was like something out of Stranger Things or something. Yeah, apart from that, it was lovely. It was like a light rain.
Was that after you got lost for hours and they had to get gas?
We didn't get lost. We just had a weird travel in. Rural West Texas is a fucking strange place.
Yeah, we only almost died on the Havasu trip.
Yeah, the Havasu trip is the one where we almost didn't make it. Texas, we were... It was...
West Texas, dude, it's just flat and long and...
weird.
The roads aren't roads like I'm used to. Like, even the nice roads are like... They're like smooth as fuck, but they're not made very well.
Kind of crumbling at the edges, because it's like...
Yeah, at the edges,
like
the rest of it's like super nice because they get no crazy weather. Yeah, West Texas is weird.
But once you break through that to the hill country, fucking gorgeous.
Yes.
That, like, honestly, last time I was in Texas, I was looking for land desperately. I mean, me and you have talked about this, Rezzy, like down in Texas, fucking gorgeous outside of Austin. But it's kind of been an influx of people there since, and I'm sure they're going to turn it into a shithole.
I'm not even looking for property right now. I was looking casually, and property values are so inflated.
Yeah.
I've just decided let the whole thing crash.
Like going... I mean, if things get really bad, I'm just homesteading some public land. But...
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But
state land.
It would really suck to... get into a ton of debt and not have those resources, and then everything goes to fuck anyway. I mean, I guess you've then got the property regardless, but,
Yeah, you got the property, but...
It's weird that is now like a semi-practical consideration when it comes to your finances. It's like, is the world gonna, like, go into a serious crash and, like, society fall apart before I make this purchase, or...
Even if you're not thinking like that, let's say there's always a recession at some point. And
yeah, it's the cycle.
I lived through the whole 2008 thing with the inflation and the housing boom and
back in my day.
But like they've created a bubble. There's more people trying to buy houses because interest rates have been low for so long, and now houses are just worth way more than they ever were. Like around me, if a house goes up for sale and the first day you're not offering $30,000 more than what they're asking for, you're not actually looking for a house.
Yeah.
And the prices are inflated as fuck, and you're still offering an extra $30,000. So yeah, I just can't see paying close to double what you would have 6 or 7 years ago.
Seriously.
For the same property. Let's not say double. Let's say like 40 to 50% more.
Well, here's a rabbit hole. So, do you think... I mean, like, we always say, like, it seems like they're trying to do this shit. Like, just fuck everything up on purpose. But do you think they're trying... Like, there's this whole, like, World Economic Forum thing, like, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy and all that shit. Do you think they're trying to push us towards not being self-sustaining? Like, because it feels like they're trying to make it so you can't buy property and you can't make, like, land livable on, because it costs so much to get that shit started up. Like, do you think there's a push for that on purpose, or do you think this is just fucking... We're just living in the crashing empire and it is what it is?
No, I think there's a push worldwide for that. Totally. Like, they just...
I think there's a push. I think it's intentional.
Yeah.
They want to own everything, and you rent it from them.
Yeah. Yeah, the best tax cattle are the ones that have no way of escaping, like, being consumers. You know, there's so much real in front of us evil shit that for years I resisted all of the tinfoil hat stuff. And this last 2 years has made me feel so fucking crazy. I'm like, well, I guess let's start sniffing. I'm not like going diving down those rabbit holes manically yet, but I'm starting to sniff around them, and I'm like, I've always been like conscious that like, yeah, some of these people are doing shit intentionally on purpose to our detriment, and they know it. And then some of them are just fucking idiots who have no idea what they're doing. Malice and incompetence.
And it's not a complete 100% the ruling class is all going for the same goal.
Oh, yeah, that's the other fucked up
They
thing.
might be going for the same goal, but they all want to rule it.
Yeah.
So there's conflicting interests with it and different fractions gaining for power. Like Monica Perez was talking, like the whole World Economic Forum actually goes against Wall Street and all that. And Wall Street might just lay down in hopes to survive it rather than make the chance to try to fight some of the economic control.
I'm not too read up on the World Economic Forum stuff because I'm kind of like, like I said, there's so much real evil shit that we can just fucking point at, and like they are like, yeah, we want to do this, and it's so fucking blatant. And some people would say that of the World Economic Forum, but like it's kind of been on my peripheral. But there's so much other shit, and maybe some people would say I've been distracted by lesser problems to that stuff. But I'm like,
hey, how much more information do you need to know that you really have no control over?
No, exactly, and that's the thing. It's like, that there are like daily interactions with the state that are like instantly to our detriment, and then there's like these massive fucking behemoths that would step on us like ants, and they do, with their actions. But like, what the fuck are we gonna do to touch any of that stuff? It's more like, let's sidestep the stuff that's in our lives.
You know what we're going to do to fight all of that?
What's that?
We have to build strong community.
Yeah.
And like shit's going to get bad. I don't care what scenario you want to go. Like all of them end up with us being poorer and having harder times. And the only way we're going to beat it is strong community.
Yeah. You're leaning away from your mic, buddy.
Sustainable. Or at least partially,
There we go.
More sustainable than we are now. And that's the only way for any hope people that think like us have.
Yeah.
Just wait for me to win the lottery, buddy.
Me too.
eMilitia compound when, but
As soon as I hit that jackpot.
The single issue with that has always been location. None of us can fucking agree.
Well, if I win the lottery, y'all don't get to choose.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, that's kind of it's like, yeah, I'll provide for you, but you will have to move here. Be like, fuck.
You'll like it. Wherever I pick, you'll be like, well, I can live with it. It's free land.
That's fair. No, like honestly, if you have a group of people that are like, like skilled, good, meaning people who are like driven, I mean, Christ, have a serious conversation with them about, sharing some land and setting up your own, you don't have to go like full cult with it. I mean, correct, because it's not, you're just building a neighborhood of your friends and family and, people you want to live beside, And I don't know, like people are so, whenever I mention that to people, initially they look at you like you're describing a cult and then they're like, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah, duh. Why aren't we doing that? It's weird how alien it's become, That is, I think...
I would love to do it.
Yeah. I think everyone's killing themselves grinding away to get some semblance of that, whether it's like a homestead.
Yeah, I was looking at houses and land on Zillow today, and I found a pretty good one.
But see, dude, in the construction trades, even the liberals like to do gardening and like have a little bit of property. Not all of them, but a lot of them I've run into. Like a lot of the older liberals, like they could spend 6 months out of the year just talking about gardening at work.
Mm-hmm.
So at least it's like I have that in common with them, and it's not all just, oh, you got to live in the city and you got to be on top of someone else, and 500 square feet's a lot for 6 people, and well, yeah, I know rent's really, 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 really expensive, but we just don't have a car anymore and we walk everywhere. But we have to take a bus to work.
But are you happy?
No. I have to take a bus to my therapist. Fuck that lifestyle, dude. My therapist is the outdoors.
My therapist is the drugs I'm prescribed.
Well, someone needs to go Breaking Bad and figure out how to make you your medicine.
Well, dude, I mean, you might be the first for your distilling.
Oh, that's
If the world ends and I can no longer access my meds, I'll just be crazy. That's my plan.
hey, you gotta figure it out.
Do you? I mean, Christ, there must be a way to like produce that stuff at home. Like, maybe.
I have not a clue. I haven't looked into it whatsoever.
Oh no, I have zero. Like, honestly, my chemistry knowledge is so fucking poor, especially with like pharmaceutical pill manufacturing. I don't have the first fucking clue. But there must be like a DIY way to do it. Maybe.
Homemade abilify.
Yeah, but you gotta know more about chemistry.
Well, I mean, my lady's going down that route, so.
Nice.
But between us, we'll be able to, plumb things.
I'll just be the shaman.
Just be, you'll just be our crazy oracle. What have you seen today, Guns?
That's what I'll do. I'll just if you're having some spiritual difficulties, come to me, and I'll just let the voices tell me exactly what you need to hear.
They're telling me you're gonna go missing soon. What? Real question: did they ever like give you like coherent ideas or anything? Like, did they any coherent like suggestions or anything of that, or was it just kind of like, like, can you share it?
It was coherent, a lot of the time, and it was mostly just negative. It was mostly just like criticisms from like a peanut gallery.
That's fucked up. Like what kind of size peanut gallery we talking?
I don't know. Sometimes just one. Sometimes maybe like 4, 5. It kind of got clustered together a lot of the time.
Kind of like being an unpopular stand-up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Like, as time went on, you start to recognize more individuals? And was it...
No, it's not like there was characters or anything.
Okay. It's just random? Like, you didn't actually... Did it feel like you were hearing something?
Yeah, I was hearing stuff.
Okay, so like it's an actual... So it was like different random voices?
Yeah.
Always? Like there was never one consistent one?
No, it never got narrowed down to one. There was probably repeats, but it wasn't something that I was too focused on trying to decipher because I understood what was happening. At least to some point.
Want to try to decipher it more though. Like I'd be like, all right, I know what's happening. Like,
that's the crazy thing because like it's coming from within me, but it feels external.
Yeah. I couldn't.
I can't imagine. It's
I
like
couldn't
the
imagine.
wildest. I mean, like we all know how anxiety feels, but
I know, like deep in my heart that it's coming from within my own brain. So that's the wild part to me. The crazy is like, why? Like, how the hell did this happen? Well, like evolutionarily, how did this condition become a thing?
The brain is the wildest fucking thing. I mean, like Tourette's. Like, just I mean, I know it's like like physical tics, but also like just why does your brain decide swears and shit? Because that's the most common one out of like all of the various verbal tics. Like, why shout obscenities? Because like your brain knows those are bad words to use in public, and your brain's like, oh, okay, this folder then. Let's fucking chuck these out. Like,
pussy.
Yeah. Pussy. Shit. Fuck. Dick balls. Lick my balls. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Can animals get Tourette's?
I think my cat has Tourette's.
Just like randomly yelling.
He won't shut the fuck up.
Is it a black cat?
No, he's the gray and the gray long-haired one.
My black cat's a fucking terrorist.
My black cat is so matted, and I met this vet, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll take care of him. I'll shave him." And then I texted her, and she never texted me back. So now I'm back to square one.
Oh fuck, your cat is still matted?
Yeah.
Poor dude, he's like a little rasta.
Yeah, that makes him crabby as shit.
He's a nice boy.
Yeah,
it must not
like,
be. It must not be
sometimes
bothering him much because he's really a friendly cat.
every black cat we ever had was always just a good cat, like friendly, not too hyper.
B.R.'s cats are terrorists.
One of mine's an angel, the other one's fucking a maniac. Like he has killed so many of our plants. Like we'll start some seedlings and he'll just come along and just knock them on the fucking floor.
Cats are such assholes.
He doesn't like that we work.
Well, he doesn't work.
I
You
know.
gotta get a.
Jealous.
Did you guys see my Twitter, my Instagram thing about my cat and my neighbor's kidnapping it?
What?
What?
I didn't see this.
Somebody would have died.
So we got an indoor outdoor cat, and he'd never be gone for like at most a day and a half. Like he knows our house. He knows we feed him. Like my wife feeds him canned food like twice a day, and this is where his water is, his bed is. Like he goes for walks with my wife. He'll wait for my wife to come home from work, and then meow at her until she goes or walks around the block with him. So is right around, was it Thanksgiving? 'Cause, yeah, he was there for Thanksgiving, and like right after that, we let him out, and he was like gone. And we're like, man, did he get hit by a car or something? We don't know. It's like a month and a half. He's gone. One day I'm at work, and my wife calls me, and she's like, you're not gonna believe this. Animal shelter called me. They have our cat. They got Wilma. And I'm like, what? And so she tells me where it's at, and she's like, you get them? They close early. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get them on my way home. Stopped, picked them up. Well, when I went to the animal shelter, I was asking about, like, how did he get here? And they're like, well, we can't really tell you who did what and whatever. But they're like, because my cat had a chip in it. We adopted him, and where we adopted him from, they make you put a chip in the cat.
Shit hits the fan, you gotta ditch the cat. NSA knows where it is.
Yep. We're gonna eat it.
Oh, fuck.
That's my plan too. As much as I love my cat, as soon as shit hits the fan, I'm eating them both.
God damn, guys.
If you had a cow, would you be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat the cow?
No, I'd eat the cow in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well,
The cat's not my buddy.
You eventually work back to the cat. Cows can be your buddy.
Cats are a liability.
They are a liability. This motherfucker's loud. He would get me killed if we took him in the woods.
Oh yeah, they're
Exactly.
fucking assholes. They don't care about you
Nah.
at all. But I get out of these people that it's one of my neighbors who turned the cat in. So now it's been like a month and a half. My cat's been gone. It's not the warmest time of the year. You better believe the cat wants in the fucking house. So like, I think these people like kidnapped him and put him in their house. Now this lady claims to love cats. She has a cat herself. She's got a sign in front of her house saying she likes cats. And she has feeders and litter boxes for stray cats in the neighborhood. So I confront them. And first they deny it. And then it comes out, yeah. And it's just like the craziest thing. Like if she didn't like cats, I would so get that they would take my cat somewhere to get rid of it. But she claims to love cats. But I don't see why she has a problem with my cat. Like, he's a nice guy. Like,
It's because she's from Ohio.
I guess so.
Those people are just nuts.
So we got the cat back, and we didn't know what to fucking do. We don't want to let it out and have these people do something to it. But the cat just wants to fucking go outside. And being the way I believe, like, what am I going to do? Cage him up and make his life miserable so there's a chance he doesn't die? Like, I want to let the cat out. So we got a fucking GPS tracker for the goddamn cat.
Honestly, I would like people have literally gone out of their way to kill cats in my neighborhood. So ours are inside, even though I fucking hate that. I've always had outside ones.
My cats are inside boys.
Yeah.
Inside boys only.
Like the second I get some property and I've slaughtered the coyote population, I will genocide the local, like all predators, and then let my boys go free. It's not gonna be like them versus nature. I'm gonna baby them.
Growing up, we had indoor-outdoor cats, so it's just normal to me. And then we adopted this cat, and all he ever did was want out. Just want out. Just want out. And like I said, me being me, like I'm like, man, I don't want to lock up. We have another cat that doesn't want to go outside. Like, she'll poke her head out, or like sometimes she'll get out the door, but you can leave the door open for a long time, and the most she'll do is like poke her head out.
Huh.
So I have no hard feelings keeping her inside. But the other cat wants out. And you know what he does 90% of the time? He sits on our fucking front porch in the sun and just sleeps.
Baby.
He just sleeps. Yeah, living life. That's his life. He rolls around in the driveway and waits for my wife to get home. So yeah, we had to get a fucking GPS tracker. It's kind of cool seeing where the cat goes.
I need to get. I've looked into those. I've also looked into like cameras because I'm curious about that. I always had fucking ferals growing up, and they would just disappear in the forest. I'm like, well, Christ, I hope they don't get killed by a fox.
It's called a Jobit or a Jobit. It's a GPS tracker. It uses like a little cell phone thing, a little card you put in the phone, and like, dude, you could put it on your kid.
Yeah, no, I just seen the website protection and notifications for
you could
your pets and your kids.
You could put it on someone's car if you wanted to do that.
You can put it on a senior. You can track your olds. I really like that because, good fucking lord, everyone's known someone with dementia. That is a fucking nightmare.
And the battery life's been pretty good to us.
Wow.
It really sucks it down if you put it in live mode and it updates like every 30 seconds.
Hey, Jobit, you should sponsor the eMilitia, because not only can you put it on children, pets, and old people, you can use it for illegal spying. There are so many applications you could use that for. Get up to some Breaking Bad shit.
Definitely.
I like that. That's cool to have on hand. All right, maybe I'll track my boys, and then if someone snaps one of their necks, I'll just go and John Wick the motherfucker.
You gotta.
It wouldn't even be a question. Man or animal, if someone touches my pets, their days on this earth are numbered. So, do we have some questions? Were any of them good?
Most of my questions were pretty bad.
Damn, guys, what the fuck? I mean, it's been a minute. It's been an hour and a bit. Maybe you got a few more.
Like, would you rather be blind? This one's so dumb. Would you rather be blind and never be able to see your dick, or deaf but you can see your dick? That's just being blind or deaf. Like, why did he have to throw in the dick aspect?
And plus, why is the like why do we care about staring at our dick?
Right.
Like,
I'd rather be
kind of sus guy.
I'd rather be deaf.
Yeah, I'd rather be deaf.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one.
Yeah, dude, I make my money with like my eyes. If I was deaf, I wouldn't be able to do this shit. But this shit doesn't pay. Who was that? There was a guy on Instagram called like Def something or other. They had like Def in their name, and they actually follow a few of us. But they commented one
Def
time.
Patriot or something.
That's right, Def Patriot. They commented on an eMilitia ad one time, like I'd love to listen, and they'll never hear this.
No, I think he ended up working that out. Like YouTube had something
like generated captions.
Yeah, and he was able to listen to them while they're on YouTube.
Wow. Thank you, YouTube. You actually don't suck as much balls as I thought. I've been really heavily debating stopping doing YouTube. I guess I could switch over to Odyssey and still have that like a video platform, but it's a much smaller audience on the YouTubes, and it's kind of a ball ache to do the art.
There's a new one now that Propaganda Report uses, where people have to pay. You pay a subscription, and then you get everything. You get not just what you're going in for, but like everything that's on there.
Bruh, our YouTube listeners, like, they're on YouTube because they don't pay for Spotify. They're not paying for this fucking website. I say it with love as a tight broke dude myself.
Here's another bad one.
We're just doing a shit Q&A.
Would you rather jack off with high grit sandpaper or lose your second favorite gun?
Gun.
Yeah,
I'd rather jack off with high grit sandpaper. It's high grit. Like, he didn't specify how high grit. It could just feel like regular paper.
Oh, so like 3,500 or 4,000 or something.
Right. If he said low grit, I'd rather lose the gun. But high grit, that's a totally different story.
Like how long?
I guess until you finish.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't know the answer to that. Huh?
Make it a quick one.
No sex for 2 weeks before you do it.
Yeah.
Be very focused.
You just touch the sandpaper to your balls and you're done. Oh Christ. I mean, have you ever had a paper cut on your business?
No, but one time I
I've been
was
caught in a zipper once or twice.
I've got a paper cut. I think a cardboard cut on my dick before. I don't know what the fuck I don't know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, it was rough. I was on the streets. My clothes were gone. Nah.
Let's keep it technical.
All right. No, I like that. Leave some mystery for the audience.
One time I was cutting my hair with clippers, and I do it naked because like I don't want to get hair all over my clothes, you know?
Yeah.
And so
I
I was like, this is back when I like had the undercut going on, so like it was like real close on the sides. And
wait, have you got a full like head of hair now?
Yeah, I'm just letting everything grow
wild.
out. Yeah.
Fucking dirty hippie.
Yep. Letting it all grow. But I lowered my hand and it snagged, like the guard snagged my nutsack.
Did you? Was there damage?
There was damage.
Oh fuck. Maybe we need a Manscaped sponsorship too. Fuck.
There was damage. It bled so much.
Oh fuck. Oh, this is why like there is this like hormonal urge in me to have kids as soon as possible. But I want to be in like a bit. I'm not one of those people like I want to wait until I'm 30 or something. But I want to be a little bit in a better position before I start having kids. But I'm so fucking worried that I've got this like deep paranoia about my balls getting destroyed. I don't know what it is. Well, no, I just described what it is. I think it's hormones. I blame hormones. I'm like so fucking protective of my balls. I think I might buy like a little plate for my dangler pouch. Those must exist.
Yeah, they exist.
All right, I'm gonna buy one.
If not, you just get one of them little side plates or something.
A hoplite armor makes
like a
dick
plate.
protector.
We plug in hoplite.
I mean, they make one specifically for the dick.
Really?
Yes.
They do make a quality product. Even the dude's a douche.
Man, he's an interesting guy.
He is an interesting guy.
Those are the plates I run. So.
I mean, none of us have been shot before, so we have no idea how our armors are gonna do.
That's the only one I'm gonna get is the dick protector. Better off dead than being dickless, right?
Dude, if I got I'd be like, just finish the fucking job, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'll have the dick protector, and I'm good.
Yeah.
If I'm shot anywhere else, I'll be okay.
I would buy a full trauma pad and cut it down to size 2. I don't give a fuck. That shit is precious to me, and until I have some kids, I'm going to be frightened for my balls.
Then you can be a eunuch.
And hey, when the ATF shows up, wearing just the dick protector, nothing else.
Oh, fuck. I mean, boys and girls, groin shots if your, attacker is wearing body armor. That's some classic Bloody Revolutions content right there for you. I need to do an updated post of that because
lots of major blood vessels going through there.
And I mean, Christ. The technical thing is it immobilizes you when it busts your fucking pelvic bone. But yeah, Jesus Christ, the amount of blood loss that's possible. the demoralization, not just for the guy that got shot in the fucking junk, but for the 3 guys stacked behind him. I'd be like, nah, dude. Oh,
Yeah, because they might have been okay with dying,
but not
they weren't okay with castration.
Like, why is he aiming that low, dude? He just keeps on shooting. What the fuck?
I didn't know that was an option. I'm out of here.
I didn't sign up for this shit. Ooh.
They didn't train me this in fucking boot camp.
Oh, fuck. You got any more shit questions?
Yeah, somebody asked, can I come on?
Are they interesting?
I have no idea who they are.
That sucks.
It doesn't mean they're not interesting.
Somebody
Well,
complimented your voice.
Mine?
No, not yours. Never yours.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait. Mine?
Yeah.
Cool.
They said
Thanks,
it was
buddy.
tantalizing.
Oh, tantalizing. Well, we did do the Saddam Hussein erotica episode.
Very tantalizing.
I hope so.
What do y'all do for fun?
That's good. That's a good question.
Podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I do like
Spend money on tactical gear.
no, seriously, like my entertainment money has basically since I've gotten to America has almost entirely gone towards prepping and tactical gear because I'm a boring utilitarian individual. But I don't know, I like to write. I haven't gotten as much opportunity recently. I love to do photography, and I've been able to, not able to, but I've just started to post more of that on the Instagram, of course. Like, I realized I've been a professional photographer for like a minute, but I never did photography on Bloody Revolutions. Because I wasn't showing myself, of course, but I don't know, just kind of weird. But I don't know, what about you guys?
I rewatched The Office.
Oh, Christ. Consume.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Probably
show.
seen it about 15 times by now.
Oh my god. To be fair, I've watched the absolute shit out of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Always Sunny in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. I've watched like
And see, dude, I
Probably.
personally think
10 times.
if you're just watching the same thing over and over, it's a lot better than just consuming everything that they're putting on you.
It's my comfort show, man. Like I can't get away from it.
You know what it is. You know there's propaganda in it. I don't care. It's fucking funny to me.
The Industrial Revolution and its consequences.
Microplastics. That's what I do for fun. As I sift through the capillaries in my lungs for microplastics.
I snort microplastics.
It's like panning for gold.
What's the reward?
The microplastics, you get to eat them again.
delicious micro. Dude, that was like
Sprinkle them over your food like salt.
that was one of the worst black pills of this year. It's like we all suspected. Oh yeah, it's kind of weird that we've only just started drinking from plastic containers and like everything we eat as a society comes wrapped in plastic, and everything around us is just it's no surprise. It's part of us now, but just it being kind of like, oh no, that is a thing we know. It's in your blood and lungs. It's in your walls. I'm in your walls. It's it's a lot, man.
Well, you always thought when the cyborgs took over, it'd be metal.
Yeah, we're gonna get killed by like plastic
3D printed cyborgs.
Fallout 4 had the right idea.
What is that? Plastic people in that? Oh,
Yeah,
the
the synths.
yeah, fuck.
That's like they're
That's
not
very
metal.
50s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plastic automatons will replace humankind one day. Fuck. Yeah, fuck the metal beings. That shit is expensive and like kind of Wizard of Oz-esque. They're gonna be fucking plastic monster robots. Gross. Wait, what the fuck are the Boston Dynamics? I guess they're kind of like plastic looking, huh?
I'm sure they have a lot of plastic, but they've got to have metal too.
Oh yeah, because they're kind of like exoskeleton-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get like a hybrid automaton
Did you see
Terminator.
I think maybe you shared it, like the meme about how to disable those. You like pull the battery pack out of their stomach.
Oh yeah. I'm almost done with an article on that. But there keeps on coming out more and more weird robot policing and drone shit, especially with the war in Ukraine, and I keep on adding to the article. It's like a 4,000 word monster at this point, but yeah, that shit creeps the fuck out of me. So Boston Dynamics, they had the dogs working with NYPD, and I'm like, well, how long until they want one of the humanoid Atlas ones walking in there with a fucking, door-breaching shotgun or some shit?
Oh, what was it?
Point, man.
There was a video going around with a dog with an AR mounted on its back, shooting off of someone's patio.
Yep, and at SHOT Show, there was, I forgot who it was. Someone else had like I can't remember if it was a precision rifle. I think it was like a sniper rifle or something mounted to one of those dogs. Not a Boston Dynamics one, but a similar one. And so, I mean, the cops, they blew up that guy who was sniping police in Dallas, I believe, with a bomb disposal drone. And that was, like, to my knowledge, the first, like, real big use of a drone to kill a civilian by police on U.S. soil. And so I'm like, cool. So it's already happened. How close are we to, like, it just being normal for
5 years?
For a house to be cleared by an Atlas or some other humanoid.
5 years, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong, because they tried to do it during the pandemic. They tried to roll out the Spot robots, the four-legged dog ones.
Oh, the problem is not, at this point, the problem's not selling it to the population. The problem's getting the shit out there.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just
mass,
gonna happen.
Mass production and distribution. They're still working out bugs right now, but in 5 years you can see, in like anything else, like it'll start slowly. In 5 years there'll be a few a year, and then just move up from there.
Have you seen the Black Mirror episode Metalhead?
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Have you, Rezzy?
No.
Okay, it's basically like the Spots, but like if Terminator fucked them.
Just scared the shit out of me. It's like one of the scariest things I've ever watched.
Yeah, and I don't think it's like, obviously it's dramatized and shit, and like don't they just maul people? Like do they have guns, or do they just maul people? I can't remember. It's been a minute.
I think they do have guns. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because they're going to desensitize people to drones killing people on U.S. soil. That is, like, and there was, like, a failed rollout in New York. They tried to make it cutesy and cool. But
everyone who has a Roomba has already accepted that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just those of us who don't have fucking Alexa and Roombas in our houses who are still, like, at the minute with the tinfoil hat people. And, we will be for a few more years, but I think eventually it's going to be like, Jesus Christ, when did it become normal for drones to be a part of police operations? And they already are, like, UAVs and stuff are already a normal part of police operations in the US. And soon it's going to be unmanned ground vehicles, and then, like, like the bomb disposal stuff.
That's how fast the technology goes, is like, not every police department in the country has a drone. And before every police department gets that chance, there's going to be weaponized drones.
Yeah.
And that's how fast the technology is moving out.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's an evil world we live in.
It is, dude. It's fucking, I don't want to get Ruby Ridged by a fucking, like, a drone that can level itself so flat it can snipe me from fucking, like, directly above. It's like, what the fuck? But that's where this tech is heading. It's absolutely going to be possible. It already is, and it's just being, like, manufactured and kind of perfected.
All right, I'm glad we could end on such an uplifting note.
I rolled a joint near the end there, so sorry, people. We went down a dark hole.
Way to go.
I need to finish this article so I can get it out of my head. But the shit it's fascinating, and here's the white pill. As this technology becomes more widespread, it's going to become more and more accessible to civilians, as we've seen with UAVs being, like, civilian UAVs being modified for use in Ukraine. So pretty soon, I mean, already, this stuff is completely accessible to you, and if you're a creative person with needs, there's a way to figure out, how to do a whole lot of shit with a UAV. So,
I'm gonna black pill that one.
Fuck you.
The same technology that brings you life-saving medicine is bringing you biological horrors beyond your belief.
Thanks for listening, guys. No. Okay, I'm fuck you. I'm still ending this on a white pill.
Do it.
No. This stuff is, while it's pretty dark, and we're in a pretty fucking weird point in history right now, it is fascinating. I think you just need to approach this fucking time period with some caution and with some forethought for how what moves you're making right now and what your priorities are. Just be sensible about them. It's gonna get really fucking weird. It's gonna get uncomfortable. But it's kind of crazy, so just write it out, And beyond that, on a personal note, I'm really glad you joined us, mate, Rezzy. I've missed the fuck out of you.
I miss our time together, guys.
So, you think you want to do this a bit more often?
Let's talk about it off air.
All right. No, cool. But thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for being a guest on the eMilitia. Mel was a guest before she was a host. But
and then she was a guest again too.
Yeah, well, that's true. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for listening, people. Hopefully this hasn't been too dark, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.